I struggled under the man's weight. I didn't want to get raped. I don't want to be scared like this. Where are they? I sent them a text. They should be there. They should be here. Oh, where are they? I sent them a text. They should be here. As I thought these things, the man suddenly stopped from unzipping my shorts. I looked in his eyes, and the light they once held slowly faded away. Before he was fully dead, he coughed and fell to the side, my eyes not leaving his blood with every move he or I made. I sat up and studied his body. Blood was completely covering his neck, and I realized there were stab wounds. I froze and realized something. I had written something like this in a journal I wrote stories in, hoping that my savior was the one I wanted to be real. I slowly turned my body and came face to face with the dark-rimmed eyes that stared at me. His face was as white as my sweater, and his hair was as black as night. His lips were as red like a bloody rose. I touched his face, and he tensed, but I continued anyway. As soon as my hand touched his skin, I felt a leathery feel. I smiled and began to trace my fingers across his cheek, and soon to his carved smile. He was quiet all until now. "I'm not a toy," he growled. I hesitated for a second and looked into his black orbs. I don't look at you like a toy," I said calmly. He seemed a bit taken aback by my comment, but stayed tense. However, his normal mood kicked in and tackled me back to the ground, his knife to my throat. "I could slit your throat right now," he snickered. I widened my eyes and thought, "Before you do, can I say something?" I asked. He raised what would be an eyebrow and gave me a puzzling look. I just want to say that you didn't deserve what Randy did to you. In fact, you didn't deserve any of him, and his idiot friends did it to— You didn't deserve what any of him and his idiot friends did to you. Someone should have helped you, defended you. I would have," I let out. He widened his already wide eyes and put the knife deeper into my neck. I knew fully well that blood was probably trickling down my neck. I kept one hand on my arm while he was over me. Seriousness, insanity, and something else danced in his eyes. One thing is for sure, that he didn't know what to make of what I said. "What?" he began to say, but then he stopped short by a growl. He turned to face it, but I didn't knowing it could— He turned to face it, but I didn't, knowing I could possibly slit my own throat if I moved. I did look with my eyes and saw Smile hunched over, growling at Jeff. "Smile?" he asked, somewhat confused. Smile's reply was a simple growl and lunged at him. Smile knocked him off of me, causing the knife to fall on the ground. Rubbing the warm blood of my neck and collarbone, I sat up at once and saw Smile return in front of me. Smile growled in a defense position, his eyes shooting at Jeff. I looked at Smile, back to Jeff, surprised. But when I looked at Jeff's eyes were on me, and our gazes locked. Chapter 4. Big differences, big change. That girl had curly brown hair that was pulled up to the side by a white laced ribbon that matched her white sweater. Her shorts were up to her thighs and bunched up because of the man's attempt. Her cheeks were naturally rosy, that went with a so-called peach and cream natural look. Her dark brown eyes glistened from the reflection of the sun. To be honest, she was gorgeous. What confused me, though, that she didn't flinch when our eyes met, nor did they when she touched my cheeks. It's like she accepted it, but she's just another person who was a waste of space and wasn't worth much. With the mention of Randy's name earlier, I grew angry. Memories flooded back and I lost control. Maybe she was a liar, just like Mother. Mom's pretty, too, yet she lied. Guess this one's just another one, but Smile got in the way. This girl's gonna be another kill. I was on a roll. Smile, stop now, I demanded. Smile disobeyed me, though. The girl looked at Smile and back to me once more, shock still on her face. Her innocent look I loved for two reasons. One, because it seemed to fit her, and two, it made her the best victim. I slowly got up and came forward, and Smile growled even louder. I frowned. What the hell? I frowned as much as I could with my beautiful smile. I had it attached into my cheeks. I think that's what I said. She got up also and stood to face me from Smile. Something in me wanted to kill her, but something told me not to. Slender Man's point of view. Well, this is unexpected, I muttered as I watched the teenage girl get up to face Jeff. Where is that stupid...
Leftover food.
Shut up. Okay. What is it? A familiar voice said behind me. I turned to face Ben, who was walking up, confusion on his face. Have a look, I said, folding my arms. Ben turned his head to the scene in the woods. He widened his red eyes and turned to face me. Is Smile challenging his own master over a human? He asked, dumbfounded. I nodded my head and noticed that Jeff put his knife back into his pocket and showed his bare hands to Smile. Smile backed up away cautiously as Jeff came closer to the girl, inspecting her. I think Jeff's completely gone, Ben laughed. I get a different feeling from her, something unknown, I said, semi-thinking to myself. Why do you care? Jeff asked, confused. The way he said it, you could tell he was somewhat angry. Because I do, she replied sweetly. Jeff loved the innocent ones. He loves how well they give in to death. Wait, who's that dude? Who's that dude? Ben said, pointing to the body of the man. Well, Jeff saved her from him. I began. Ariel! People screamed. Ben, Jeff, the girl who must be Ariel, and I turned to face the group of teenage kids who came running towards us. Ariel's eye fell upon Ben, and with a surprise, then the people who must be friends with. One looked at her and noticed the blood on her neck, then glared at us. Another one then pulled out a knife, and the rest stood defensively. I strode over to Jeff and the girl, as did Ben. Get away from her, the blonde-haired boy said. Get away from her, a blonde boy said, through gritted teeth. We were all crowed around her, and Smile growled at them. Just leave her, Ben said. We began to back away as we eyed the teens who returned the look. There was a girl with brown hair and brown eyes, and a tanner complexion than Ariel's. Another was a short male with blue eyes and blonde hair, which was the one who held the pocket knife. The other female was blonde head with one blue, was a blonde-headed one with blue-green eyes and stared Jeff down with hate. We began to leave, then Jeff growled at us and stuck next to Ariel. Guys, wait, Ariel frowned. They gave her a look of stupidity and surprise. Ariel, they'll hurt you. They already have, one urged. Smile, come here now, Jeff demanded. Smile just growled and stayed put. We looked at each other and came closer to her. The teens responded violently and began coming towards us. Wait, what? Ariel started, but was cut off by me wrapping a tentacle around her and bringing her to me. Get off her, a brown boy screamed and ran after us, but we had already vanished, along with the Ariel girl.